Hi, this is Maliha from the site Blogger, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create a checklist. In the previous video we went through how to create a workbook. A checklist is very much the same, but instead of text boxes you just create checkboxes. To do that, you still have to create a title and some text prompt, but instead of creating a text box, I'm going to use the shapes to create a small checkbox. And for this one, once again, you have to come to Elements. Just click on Elements on the top, on the left, from the left panel. And then Canva shows you all of these different options. And then I want you to find Shapes and then click All next to it so that it shows you all of the different shapes available. And for the last video, I was using this shape right here. That's a grayish box with white border. But for checklists, I'm going to use this rounded border, square rounded border shape without any actual border. So sorry, not rounded border, rounded corners, but no border. And to make it smaller, once again, click on one of the handles in the corner and then drag it inward so that it becomes small, like so. And then drag it next to your text prompt so that it looks like a checklist. And that's it. If you want to change the positioning, you can select your elements. For this one, I've selected both the checkbox and the text prompt. And then I'm going to click on it with my mouse and then holding on the left button, I'm going to move it around until I like where it is, just so. And then you can use the copy and paste option to create more of these checklists. For example, if you select it, you'll see the copy option show up on top right, and then you can click on it and it copies the whole thing. And then you can just drag it and move it around until it is showing where you want it to show, just so. Now, let's just say that we have created an entire document. For example, I have already created one. This one right here, if you have followed along. This is the document that I have created before. And so for this one, the first page is kind of just a workbook. And then there are some text boxes. And the second page is a mix of text boxes and checklists and checkboxes, sorry. So what I want to do is I'm going to download this document. And to do that, you come up here on top right and then click on this button right here. You can see my mouse on top of this button. So you click on it and then you have a new box open up with some options. The default is PNG, but for this one, I'm going to use a PDF print quality. So you have two different PDF options, a standard and a print option. The print is high quality, as it says here, high quality multi-page document. I want the high quality one, so I'm going to click on that. I am going to keep the crop marks and bleed unchecked. And then select pages is if you have multi-page document, you can select which page to download, or you can just check all pages. For this one, I'm just going to download page 2. So I'm going to check that, and then I'm going to click Done, and then I'm going to click Download. And it's downloaded. Now, you have an option to create fillable or editable PDF. However, you cannot do that with Canva. You have to do that with a third-party program called PDF Escape. There are probably other programs as well. For example, if you have Adobe, you can do so with Adobe Acrobat or Adobe InDesign. But for this one, I am going to use PDF Escape. So I'm going to open a new browser and I'm going to type PDF Escape, and then I'm going to go to this version, free online. You can have a desktop app, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to click on free online. It allows me to upload a document and then create a fillable PDF online. And then I'm going to click on upload PDF to PDF Escape. And then I'm going to drag the worksheet that I just downloaded. And then I'm going to work on this document. So it is downloaded now. It is on PDF Escape, and I want to make sure that my readers can type on these text boxes without having to print it out, so that they can just click and type on their computer. To do that, I'm going to go to Form Fields right over here, click on it, and then click on Type. And in the drop-down, you have different options. So we're going to work with two of them, text and checkbox. So I'm going to click on checkbox first, then click Select, and then I'm going to position my cursor on one of my checkboxes, and then drag it, and then make sure it's filled up, just so, and then let go of my mouse. And that's it. It created a checkbox. I'm going to do the same thing for the next checkbox. I'm going to click on it. Okay, so here's a shortcut. Once you create a checkbox, PDF Escape remembers what you have created, and then when you click on the document, wherever you click on it, it just creates the same thing. So I don't want that, so I'm going to click delete, and then it will delete the last thing that I have created. So for this one, this was a little off, so I'm going to reposition it with my mouse or with the arrow keys in my keyboard. And also, I don't want the check marks here. I want people to be able to do that. So I'm going to click on it and it gets rid of the check mark. But if I want the check mark, then I can just click on it again and then it adds it back. So it really depends on what you want. Do you want to save the document with the check mark or without the check mark? I prefer without the check mark. And then I'm going to do the same thing for this one right here. And then this one, and this one. And then I'm going to click on all of them again so that the check mark is gone, and I'm also going to reposition them so that they're perfectly aligned with the check boxes that I created previously. All right, now I'm going to create some text boxes. So I'm going to go to Form Field again, and this time I'm going to keep it to text and then select. And then once again, I'm going to position my mouse and then left click, and then hold it and drag it. And then when all of the text box is filled out, I'll let go of my mouse. Repeat the same thing here. So if I do it like this, the text box doesn't fill up the entire thing. So you have to kind of drag it like so. And that's it. You can click on the escape button or click somewhere outside of the document to get rid of this thing. Okay, so this one, I don't want this one, so just delete, select and delete. All right, and now I'm going to save it and then download it. And to do that, on the left, I don't know if you saw, I did it really fast. So to download, you click on this green button right here that's pointing downwards, double arrows. It says, when you hover over it, it says save and download PDF. So that's the button I used. So if you click on it, it downloads the PDF. Now, if you open up the PDF that you just downloaded, and for some reason it's not, okay, here it is. Now, you see, you can check them and you can type on them. See, that's what it means to have a fillable or editable PDF. Um, this is really useful because then, for example, if you use it as a content upgrade in your blog post and you want your readers to be able to take action or fill out these PDF right on their computer, then it's a good way to do so. And it's really simple, and it adds a little bit of, I don't know, extra something instead of just plain PDF. So it's kind of nice to have that option.